Yellow. Kung Fu, alongside most traditional martial arts, have had trouble holding a candle upon the grand stage of mixed martial arts. An example of this would be Jason DeLucia, a 5 Animals Kung Fu stylist who, in the early days of the UFC, took on a challenge versus Royce Gracie. With today's level of understanding, the outcome was pretty obvious. Royce taking the victory by submitting Jason via armbar. It's unfortunate as to how many times Jason had to tap before the ref intervened, but I'm glad he was okay after it. And from there, Jason DeLucia actually took on learning Jiu Jitsu from the Gracies due to his defeat. You have to respect that level of humbleness. Nonetheless, though, this was one of the many examples as to why the public's perception of traditional martial arts faded. But does that mean they weren't good enough for the grand stage? Period. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has a wonderful answer for his discipline karate.
You have to diverse yourself in other types of martial arts to evolve.
That is just it. Knowledge is power and hard work is the key. That's exactly what we saw from the early stages of the UFC. The Gracies, they had a huge knowledge advantage, but when those gaps in understanding were bridged, he saw a rekindled dominance in the stand-up element of martial arts. It all comes back, full circle. There is no perfect style, just knowledge advantages and stylistic matchups, which of course are also predicated upon not just technical understanding, but individual strengths when wielding certain styles. A game into infinity, if we may, which is where this man here comes in, Zabit Magomedsharipov, or as Mixed Molly Wapari would coin, the master in Shaolin of Dagestan. Many recognize Zabit Magomedsharipov as one of the best they've ever seen because he's one of those fighters who can literally do everything. But that's one thing I've noticed about many traditional martial artists. If they train from a young age, yet keep that humbleness to learn and grow, not stunted in their learning due to believing they have the ultimate style, but truly believing they can keep learning, growing, keep getting better. From there, similarly to how learning one dance makes learning another one easier, a foundation has been built to further develop the individual. That is what we see here from Zabit Magomedsharipov, a remarkable foundation built upon Sanda Kung Fu. That is his mixed martial arts base, and because of it, he can do a lot of things we rarely ever see in the arena. Securing trips effortlessly from the stand-up, spinning techniques, and nimble footwork in his own way. The same philosophy that made the Gracies so dominant is now being expressed through a completely different medium. Knowledge advantage, Zabit Magomedsharipov through the element of surprise. He's consistently attacking through lapses of understanding. He's so remarkably talented that he can even see a technique prior on the same card, then replicate that same technique on the same card. That is just insane, and that is what we see here. He saw Aljamain Sterling landing a knee bar on Cody Stamann, then just copied him like he's a Naruto character. Zabit Magomedsharipov level of skill is just insane. Nonetheless though, Zabit Magomedsharipov is an example of a traditional martial arts fighter thriving on the grand stage. There is no ultimate style. When you understand this, you realize the true enemy is not our opponent. It is our own egos, for when it grows, the shield arrives from further growth. That is when we are blindsided. Till that end, thank you, Zabit Magomedsharipov, for this lesson.